Hey, family. This is Steve Copeland on the Teen Talk Show. Steve Copeland hosting the Teen Talk Show. Steve Copeland hosting the host of the Teen Talk Show. Hey, family. I just want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And anyone that's out there, if you want to come up on my restream, I sent out the information so that you can come up as a panelist and we can talk about, our youth and some of the issues that they're dealing with. The goal is to encourage our youth, to motivate our youth, to empower our children in doing the positive things in life. You got me? You understand where I'm coming from? So this is the point of the Teen Talk Show. The Be More's Real Teen Talk Show. Now, my goal as we begin to go on is to get some younger hosts in here to actually, take over the show. I want our youth to be able to talk about whatever trauma or issues they're dealing with at home, in society, the peer pressure, stuff like that. I want them to have an open space where they can talk about things. And I don't want to leap too far out yet, but I am going to share this with y'all because I've been in the process of doing this. The goal is to open up 4 multi-purpose centers in Baltimore City. Now, it was suggested to me to take the programs into some of the recreation centers that's already open and don't have any. And the programs I'm talking about, like music, art, theater, dancing, even sports. Little Steve play soccer. He's been playing soccer since he was 5 years old, right? So the goal is to bring in soccer, lacrosse, cricket. Chef was saying golf. These are some of the things that we've been looking into. Now, what I've been doing over the years, and this is the Be More Real Teen Talk Show, because I just turned my TikTok on too. And TikTok, I'm speaking on my restream as well. So I got my cell phone here and I got my iPad over here where I'm recording from both live. But this is the Be More, in case somebody's missed it. This is the Be More's Real Teen Talk Show. And I'm just getting back into the hang of being consistent, like with the regular couch conversation show, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and the Be More Real Teen Talk Show, Saturdays at 2. But now, what I was basically saying, and this is revolving around our youth, right? The goal is to take in like music, art, theaters into these recreation centers. A lot of them in Baltimore City, from what I understand, they don't have programs in them. Even if they do, my goal is to look for 4 buildings anyway, east, west, north, and south, where we can provide these type of services for our youth. Now, I know y'all familiar with like the School of the Arts, where a lot of our kids might go there that's truly gifted. Well, a lot of other children can't afford that. They can't afford to go to some of these gifted programs. So the vision, the goal is to get like from colleges, get youth from colleges, our younger, you know, that's mastering in like music, art, theater, dancing, all of this, that they can help embrace our children's talent. So the goal is to get volunteers to come in and teach them for that, what, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, you know. These are all the plans that I have written out, and I've been slowly but surely working on it, you know, because stuff don't happen overnight, and I know y'all understand that. Now, Maurice Thomas, and I'm gonna go ahead and mention his name, Maurice Thompson, make sure I say it right, from Yonkers, New York. I reached out to him some years ago. I seen him on a video with DMX and Russell Simmons, and they was in the community doing work in the community. So I reached out to him some years ago to come to Baltimore City and help me set up a youth program like he had. He just opened up another spot. Well, I'm getting ready to say Manhattan, but he just opened up another spot in New York. But this one is inside a mall. It is beautiful, you know, where they will be working with 18 and over. My goal is to work with them from 13 to, actually, I say 19. But now the host of the show, I want them to be more around about like 24, 25. I don't know why, but that's just the name I call out, you know, the age wise. I want to get someone to work with our youth around that age, right, group, so that they can embrace our children. Not only that, on the Teen Talk show, we only going to go but so far. The goal is to talk about some of the trauma that our children is dealing with at home. So when God woke me up about 2:30 in the morning to write this proposal and everything, right? In that proposal, I want a therapist or counselor to come out. Now, be honest with y'all, everything I'm talking about now, we can actually do over at our building, because we have like professionals that's coming out that will be dealing with the men, they will be dealing with the women, and they will be dealing with the children. So the when I say children, I mean young adults. Young adults. Let me straighten that one out, right? The goal is, once again, to get them the proper help that they need in coping with life. See, a lot of times, you know, our children out there acting out the way they're acting because of, you know, trauma, hurt, pain. You get me? So, in my business proposal, I do want a therapist or psychiatrist to come out like once a month. But to be honest with y'all, just like I just said, because of the program that we have set up for the men down at the lower part of the building is office space, where we will have social workers, we will have counselors, we will have PRPs, we will have therapists, we will have all of that and be able to provide this for our youth. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to get to is they will be able to talk about some of the trauma that they endured from home or somewhere else. So understand the words I'm trying to get to, because I know on TikTok certain things we can say and we can't say for the community, you know, so you won't offend nobody. But anyway, some of them that's being hurt. You get me? Once I started writing that business proposal, right, and the difference mine would be with the youth program. I said somebody going to prison. I said somebody is going to prison. You know, because you have a lot of young babies. What I'm saying, 11, 12, 13, 14, that have babies. And they're not, some of them are not by other young boys. So you catching my drift, please. Please catch my drift, right? So I said somebody gonna go to prison. Somebody gonna go to prison. Because it's about getting our children the proper help, y'all, that they need to move forward in life. They should not have to suffer, you know. And y'all know, like I know, a lot of our children are being hurt. You know, they're being, how y'all call it, smexual. Smecks, sex, how y'all say it on TikTok, smexed. So I'm just saying that, y'all, because these are some of the things that dealing with adults, you know, like I said, I've been clean for 31 years. January the 26th will make 32 by the grace of God. And I sponsored a lot of men and women. And because of the work that I do with the homeless population, right? If you come into my housing program and you have children too, you have to sign up for the mental health program. You have to sign your children up for the mental health program. Because once again, it's about helping them to get that balance back in their life. When you have a 10, 12-year-old and the mother, you know, it's males too that's homeless with their children, but the mother is going from house to house, or she doing this, she doing that to have a roof over the kids' heads. You let 11 or 12-year-old come into the housing program, right? I see the pain in their face. I can see the pain. So whenever I'm dealing with something like that with the youth that come into my housing program, the goal is to comfort them. These are not my children, but the goal is to comfort them. And it starts off with a conversation from time to time, because I am a hugger. I will say, give me a hug, because you want to make them, you want them to feel comfortable to the point where if they'll open up to you. Not if, I'm sorry, not if. They will open up. If they feel comfortable, they feel your spirit, they will open up. I'm telling you. I've been doing this for a while. Now, only reason why I can do what I do, because I had to go back and look at Steve to find out what went on in my life that caused me to reach out and become and gain that addicted personality, right? I had to go back and hear. So anybody, grown-ups, young adults, teenagers, youth, you come in my life, and if I see that pain on your face or whatever, it's I feels it. So the goal is to comfort your pain. Now, I ain't had to go to no, I don't have no doctorate degree. I don't have no, none of that. It's personal life experience that other people showed me how to do the necessary work on Steve. So what God have a tendency of doing, he will take me back during the years, you know, of growing up. Where a lot of us adults now, right? And we might not focus a lot on what happened during our, I'm gonna say, adolescent years, our teenage years and stuff like that, because we grown now. And we might not look at it too much like that. Then some of y'all, what I love, and please don't get it wrong, a lot of y'all accept the fact that whatever happened, happened. And you moved on with your life, like dealing with those emotions and feelings and things like that, which is awesome. You might go to therapy from time to time. You might not go. I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you develop a beautiful coping skills, great, great. I'm telling you. But some people, have to go to that extreme. And the only reason why I'm saying that, because I'm one of the ones that acted like a jerk. I like saying, look, certain things, right? But look, that's the whole goal of Be More's Real Teen Talk Show. And understanding that our youth, I already know they can't go too deep and too personal. So I will be talking to parents to better help them understand what we're all about. Like I said, where we're at now, the building that we're in, is basically is housing men, but the basement, the ground level, there are offices down there. Now, Marlo going to get a ping pong table, ha, and put in there, right? I'm just looking at the stuff that we'll be doing for the community as a whole, because we're over here near, I can't think of the name of the project right now, but it's right there off of Eagle Street. So basically, we will be serving the community as a whole itself too. And anyone that needs that personal counseling, you have to have medical insurance for one. You have to have it because, our professionals, the therapists, the counselor, the PRPs, I'll be reaching out to, I'm trying to think of my man named Shelly Stefani. He does fathers. He does fathers. It's another brother. It's quite a few brothers that I know that do fathers programs, and I'm thinking about mentoring for the younger females, for the young men, because they need positive role models in their life. See, when I came up, I didn't have positive role models in my life. The positive role models in my life told me it was a poor rat that had one hole to run in and out of. So y'all know what the hole is, right? So I had one east, north, south, west, plus at home. So I don't even tell my son, like that's a great lifestyle to practice. No. I try to do the total opposite when it comes to my children. I raised my nieces and nephews. I raised them. I did kinship foster care because I did not want to see them in the system with people that they didn't know. So I raised my nieces and nephews, and my sister raised basically my two youngest nephews. So that's the way a lot of us was raised, the village. And a lot of y'all might feel like that's impossible to regain that village. That's not true. We can. It's the point is, as time go on, right? And I'm just saying this as a person that works with a nonprofit that comes into your community and help you gain control over your community. Now, keep in mind, I come from the streets. I know a lot of y'all might say the game changed, this and that. No, the game is the same. It's corrupt. You can say all you want, the game changed. Yeah, it changed, but it's still corrupt. Wrong is wrong. The point is, do you want to come out and live a more productive way of life? I'm living proof. 31 years. So when I talk with our teenagers, right, our youth, and I'm out in the streets, you see how I'm dressed, right? I got the suits, I got the ties, I got the slick socks, shoes, all that Gucci stuff. But when I'm out in the community, I have to dress down. And the reason why, because you want them to feel comfortable. You want to feel like part of. You know what I mean? And sometimes I might hit them up and be like, it all depends on the mood. I might be like, I'm OG. Y'all making OG, y'all making us retired people. OGs look bad. Y'all out here doing this and doing that, blah, 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 blah. And they'll be like, all right, oh, blah, 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 right? And they'll talk with you. It's how you approach them. It's how you approach them. And see, understand this. I'm Unc. Right? I'm OG. I'm dad to a lot of them. I might be grandpa to a lot of them. But understand, you have to make them feel comfortable. Some of them, they still got they had that wall built up. And I'll spot you in a minute. Because then you want to play that little tough role. And I understand. 9 times out of 10, you're doing it because you was hurt. So those the ones that become a little challenge. But when it comes to our younger ones, right, I might call you nephew. You piss me off, guess what? I might call you grandson. And you be like, no, don't do that, call me nephew. Excuse me. Now, you see what I was saying about breaking the ice when it comes to dealing with our youth. Now, for a lot of parents, I understand you giving your kids or you teaching them the morals, the values, the principles, the good quality of living life. And when they out in public, it's either the peer pressure or they trying to be part of and stuff like that. So it's not that the morals and the values and the principles that you teaching them is not there. It's there. But sometimes what others are doing that's wrong make it seem like it's right. And a lot of our kids will become part of because they out, but they act a different way at home. But they out. And it's not that they forgot what you taught them. It's just at the time they choose not to practice what you preached and taught them. And it's okay. Because my thing is, it's a process, of learning what to do, what not to do. Because you got to gain self-control. You have to gain some self-respect, some self-discipline where you don't really care to practice a lot of that old stuff that can get you in trouble. And by me sharing this, right, I'm kind of looking at myself. And like I said, God have a tendency of having me walk through. I'll travel through 5 years old, 10 years old, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll travel through. So when I come up to like now, the age I am, I'm like, God dang, I done experienced a lot of life, you know, here and there, here and there. But that's what happens when you lived on both sides of the fence. So for me to knock our youth or knock our younger generation, no, no. It's a process of learning. But it's some of them out there who behaviors, they're crying out, help me, help me. They're crying out for help. A lot of them don't know. And I can tell you personally, they don't know where a lot of the programs are at that they can go to embrace their, like, you might have a daughter or son that can sing pretty well, but don't really know how to carry a note, you know, hold that tone. So you have programs out there. You have colleges out there. You have students that's teaching. I mean, they have learned certain things that can come back out. That's all I'm trying to get to. That can come back out and donate time, volunteer time to help them master their skills. I have a page called Stephen Copeland Jr. Sports and Talents. So what I do, I ask people to post, like, say like you got some bad little kids at home, right? But the stuff they doing is funny. Post it on there so we can laugh and look at that, look at, you know, because you got some kids like to show off. But listen to what I just said. Kids, put it on there. I'll be going through YouTube. I'll be going through my TikTok. I'll be going through other, you know, just going strolling through my Facebook pages or whatever. And I'll send it over there to Stephen Copeland Sports and Talents. Stephen Copeland Jr. Sports and Talents. I didn't have that page now for probably about 3 years. I got 67 followers over there. And I be encouraging people to share that page. That now, I'm telling you on a personal note, that shows me where a lot of people's heart is at when it comes to the youth. We always dealing with adult issues. We understand that. But it's like we just push our children to the side. And I'm only saying what I see. I'm only saying what I see. And that's one of the reasons why God laid on my spirit to start rehabbing and revitalizing houses in the inner city, in the 4 multi-purpose center for inner city youth. And if you've been following me and you know where my heart is at, my friend Harry Mead, him and I was talking a little bit back. He said, Steve, I was talking to this lady about this recreation center so that we can open it up to put them programs in you was talking about. Now, because I'm on this home monitor, I can't run in the streets the way I used to until I get this off. Now I'm here. I can make phone calls. I can do this. I can do that. But it's nothing like being able to get up and go out. So many people I know, we, ours, us, they working with the youth. I'm going to pray on it more. But from where I'm sitting, we can do our show here with the youth as well. I want to get a little round table for them. Now, I was looking at something the other day, and they had a nice little small table, right? and round table. And I thought that was so cozy. And that's what I'm looking at for the Teen Talk Show. We can still do it right here with the couch for now, right? Until we able to expand. And that's what I'm looking at. Now, I get so many people, y'all. I can't figure it out. And I try not to be honest. I get so many people that tends to dislike me standing up and fighting for Baltimore City. I don't know if what I'm doing tends to challenge other people who wants to sit back, relax, and just point fingers. If I wasn't a community activist, if I wasn't a human rights advocate, if I wasn't a community organizer, if I wasn't into those things that I'm doing, I wouldn't understand a lot. I wouldn't, because I didn't at one point. But because I'm active and I see what needs to be done amongst us, right? I see what's happening where they're not educating our children properly. I see what's happening when our kids are out there 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, and they're assaulting elderlies, adults. You know, y'all know what all that is. They didn't start making things more available for them to get their hands on. And take each other out. I'm talking about our younger people. But let me do this. It's more positive, nonprofit businesses out there that's doing great jobs with our youth, right? You just don't hear about it too much. You don't hear about them too much. Now, I'm not a big fan of politics, okay? Because I understand the difference between creating laws and policies and actually working on the solution. You get me? Listen to what I'm saying. I know the difference between policies, creating laws, than actually doing the footwork. Because guess what? Strengthening the community does the footwork. You have to let your actions speak louder than your words. It's your actions. And I'm not going to mention his name, but so many people, it's not about him. It never was about them. It's all about us down here doing the necessary things to live accordingly. So we have to invent programs to deter, to slow certain things down. The unalive rate. We have to prevent programs to help people get more involved in a positive way. If we don't come up with intervention programs, if we don't come up with after school programs for those that not being properly educated right, and they're out there, they are out there, the after school programs and stuff like that. It's just you don't hear about them a lot. So guess what? Here I go. I'll start doing my little research of who doing what in the community. So when I talk about certain things, I can call out names of businesses, nonprofits. I done seen like Damon Cooper with Phenomenal. He worked mainly with the young men. Andrew Muhammad. From what I was told, because I haven't been able to, out in the streets with them for the past since March of last year. But I still keep in touch with them on, social media. They know who I am. They know what I do. Because the goal is I'll come out and support what they doing because they walking through the community, encouraging and motivating our young men. And not only that, they have job programs. Plus Jones, him and his wife, plus Jones and them, they teaching. My goal was to do heavy duty equipment, right? I would have had to leave Baltimore City to learn how to run like bulldozers, the big machines. I'm trying to think of the big machines, right? So what I did, I ended up getting into tractor trailer, doing that heavy duty equipment. Plus Jones and them, they have a workforce development program, so they get government funding to teach. So these are people that the type of people I had to reach out to. Then we have, come on, let me get his name, because he have a tractor trailer school that he works with basically ex-offenders, stuff like that, to help you become independent truckers. So when y'all feeding people this woe is me, you can't do this, you can't do that because you are a felon, get federally bonded. A lot of the jobs that y'all tell people they can't get, they can get. And guess what? Remember what I just said? That is the same information when it comes to our youth. What do you want to be when you grow up? Which I had to learn, what would you do? What you love doing and will continue doing whether you get paid for it or not. So my passion is people, helping people. Now it's a business, but I'm not trying to rob our most vulnerable to fatten up my pocket. I'm no different than anybody else. This is business. I want to make money too, but it's not to rob and take from you to get there. Well, I'm starting to think twice now. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Because look, the Holy Spirit be like, yeah, I dare you. I dare you, Dave. So that's why I do what I do. For a lot of y'all that really don't understand, when God has been awesome to your life, how you can't go back and help his people. And he done turned your life around. 62 years old. I don't know if my father living or not. I don't know if I got brothers and sisters on his behalf. I don't know. So a lot of times when I hear a young kid talking about their father, might be a couple of blocks down, but don't associate with them, don't do nothing, and they start crying. Y'all know who be crying too? Me. Because I feel that pain of that man not being in your life. And I know that then flew over a lot of y'all heads because know what? You don't really care. And I know it flew over your head. But that pain is real. I'm looking at this video the other day. This guy, I don't think he been in jail the whole 11 years, right? But anyway, his son, they was at dinner. His father showed up. And he jumped up and started crying. The 11-year-old. And guess what? I'm trying. And tears running down my eyes. So let me share this with you. Never, ever, ever tell somebody if they caught up in their feelings and emotions, it's okay. As long as they're not doing nothing violent or destructive. Allow a person to express themselves the best way they can. Stop that bull crap. Because you might mastered your feelings and your emotions and you became a caveman now or woman. Stop doing that. Life is real for some of us. And we hurt. But what I had to learn right back in the days, I can't go grabbing that baseball bat. I can't go grabbing that car jack, the ones you pumped up like this and smacking you upside your head with it. I had no problem back in the days acting a certain way. And this, none. So I'm only sharing this, right? Because that's why I extend my heart so much to help those that will appreciate the help. I put my stuff up. I ask y'all to share this, share that. A lot of y'all, however you feel about me personally, to be honest with you, I don't even know you like that. I don't even know a lot of y'all like that on a personal note. And anybody you catch doing what I'm doing, 9 times out of 10, it's the Holy Spirit. It's God that sent them to do what they're doing. So if you dislike them in any way, then you need to go talk to God. You need to go tell God, God, I don't like what you did. I don't like you sending Steve out there to encourage and motivate our younger generation, helping them to understand that you can turn your life around and become productive members of society. Why did you allow Steve to go do that? Because he came out of school in the 10th grade. He's not very educated like I. But people can relate. But I had to go and study and do my research. But he can come on and just talk about himself like that. I want people to like me for me and my PhDs and my certificates and all that good stuff. And I just want to say this. I love y'all. My YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitch family. My 45 minutes is coming to an end. Keep praying that we can get the people lined up to do the teen talk show so y'all can actually hear more coming out the mouths of our babes. because they need it. They need your love and they need your support. Go. Steve's starting the Teen Talk Show at 2. Go and listen. If you have to send in questions and, just talk about where you at, I put the link up there where you can come on. It's your choice, whether you come on or not. And God, please forgive me because I'm trying to stick to the time frame of 45 minutes on my restream. I want to keep it structured. Okay? So I'm going to do another 5 minutes. I don't want to make this real long. It's about decency and order. Sometimes I wished I didn't care, like a lot of y'all. I wished I didn't allow outside stuff, other people's business, to touch my heart the way it do. I do. I wished I didn't care. I wished I was like a lot of y'all. Don't give a freak. And you know you don't. It's all about me. Me. But guess what? I have my own personal issues. Y'all know it. But still, I make a way to get out of my way. Y'all know I done got operated on my right foot. I only had 3 toes on that feet, but I still showed up. My blood pressure kept dropping. Nobody told me what to do to raise it, right? It was dropping. So I happened to look it up. Put some salt in your body. I had to add a little salt to my stuff, right, to balance. Nobody told me what to do. I'm like, I gotta play Dr. Steve Copeland too. But look, I'm only saying that, y'all, because now, I try to watch what I eat more. Try to be healthy. Rather I say certain things y'all might not like or not. Understand, I only say stuff. Keep in mind, if I say anything that might make you feel bad, show me you are better than anything I can say out my mouth. And that's what my daughter showed me. My 18-year-old. Right? She finished school. She got her own place. And she got her place now. She's 25. She showed me, well, actually, she used the morals, values, and principles that her mother and I instilled in her to become a better person. Now there's a certain area I don't like, but that's where she at. Look how 5 minutes then went away that fast. Restream. But I love y'all because I gotta be disciplined. Prayfully next week when I sit down to do this, we got some teenagers in front on the Teen Talk Show. Maurice Thompson of Yonkers, New York, thank you, brother, because you're a great inspiration for me with the programs that I want to produce, just like you're doing in your area. So I love y'all, and I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to end this because I did add an extra 5 minutes to it. Love y'all. See you next week on Be More's Real Teen Talk.